Welcome, everybody, to Firepit Conversations. I'm one of your co-hosts, Aaron.
And I'm your other co-host. I'm your boy, Ronnie.
And this is Firepit Conversation. Thank you guys for joining us. Episode 7.
7.
Whew. So we're going to do what we've been doing, how we do it every week. And Ronnie, just check in with us. How's everything going in your world?
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm exhausted. I just feel like life has been lifing and it's like nonstop something going on. I get off work, I'm clocking back into life until it's time to go to sleep. Then I get up and I do it again. So life has been exhausting, but I do know it is not going to be forever. I know I got just a few more months left in school. I got, a month left before Christmas, Thanksgiving break. I got some time. So I'm just trying to get to it. What about you? How have you been? What's going on?
Ah, man, you said it best. I'm exhausted too. I'm just tired. Like, life is going. I got work going when I'm away, and when I'm away, I got work going. So it's just tiring. Like, I get a week off, I feel like when I get a week back from traveling, it's like it takes me to Thursday to get back in sync.
Get back right.
There we go. Yeah. And so by that time, if I'm doing like a week on, week off, by that time it's time to go out again. But I got another week off. Not off. Let me not say off.
Right. Don't say
a
off.
week in town.
Yeah.
Next week. So that'll be good too. But then we got, just preparing. We got travel coming up there. See Mama Cookie.
Whoop, whoop, Mama Cookie. She's ready. She's ready for the party.
Oh yeah, party and a good time.
Party and a good time. But I really don't understand who came up with the concept of 7-day weeks with 5 days being at work.
Week.
Like,
I am with the 4-day work week.
I'm with the 4-day work week.
I'll do 10 hours. I'll do 10 hours Monday through Thursday.
I think why we can't do 32 hours a week, why we can't do 4 8-hour shifts and be off 3 days. Like, think about, we spend so much more time at work than anywhere. More than our beds, more than school, more than hanging out with our friends and family. Like, we spend a lot of time at work. And really, Friday isn't a day off. Saturday is like your only quote unquote day off. And then Sunday, you getting ready for Monday.
Yeah. What if we had that extra day where Friday we were off and it'd be like your get everything done day. Saturday is a real off day. And then Sunday, you still gonna, get ready for Monday, but it's less.
Yes. It's less because you don't wash the clothes. You might have already meal prepped a little bit for the first few. Like, I just feel like I think the world hasn't caught up with the needs. And I think that we really just gotta reel it back in. I don't think we've bounced back from COVID. Restaurants ain't the same. Hotels ain't the same. No industry is the same. And we trying to act like it is. So I just think, we need a 4-day work week because life been lifing, y'all. Life's been lifing.
Oh, it's been lifing.
It's been lifing. So
it's been doing one thing, it's been doing that.
If it ain't doing nothing else, it's been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, we about to get right into it. So, like we always say, if you haven't already done so, make sure to grab your drink
or something to smoke
and come sit at the fire pit.
Let's do it, y'all. Let's
get it. All right. So, Aaron, we have talked, the last 2 episodes have really been about focusing on me when I met Ann and Sonny. But I think we need to get into when you met a particular birth parent of ours. So let's get into what that experience and conversation was like.
Oh,
you ready?
Yeah, let me take a drink.
It's always you got to take a drink. Let's take a drink. Clink, clink.
Yes, clink, clink. All right, we ready.
Okay, so
let's
I guess just to start, we were gonna try to come up to Charleston for July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think we decided we wasn't. We were just battling back and forth. We were gonna go if we weren't gonna go.
Yeah.
So fucking, we were like, oh, we're gonna just go. Surprise. Later to find out that Sonny
Sonny
and his family
y'all. Mm-hmm.
were gonna be there.
Yes.
So we had told Sonny that I wasn't coming. So I was like, let's just keep it that way. I'm just gonna pop up.
Pop up.
Just gonna pop
Guess
up
who?
and show, you know. So that was the case. Come that weekend, I think it was like a Thursday we got there.
I think so.
Yeah, we got there like on a Thursday. So we get there. Everybody's outside on the porch. We walk in. I walked to the porch, you know. He was surprised. Sonny was surprised that I was there, and I gave him a hug, and that was it. That was what happened.
That was the start of it all. So I'm gonna take us back. Just this is a quick rewind back, right?
Right.
So for everybody who wasn't there, so what happened was Sonny, again, you already heard the story about how Sonny and I met and face to face for the first time, and so we ended up. They wanted to come down for 4th of July, and it was Sonny, his wife, his son, who was our half brother, and his son's girlfriend, fiance. Not sure what the title was. They have children together. They were together, so we'll just say fiance for lack of better words. And
Baby
so
mom.
Aaron was like, well, I don't know if we're gonna come. Then we're gonna come. Mind you, everybody was staying at our house. Everybody was at our house. It was a big to-do. And then Aaron and I concocted a story that he would come on down. Him and his wife would come on down, and boom. That was what it was. So I guess for you, Aaron, this was your first time seeing Sonny in person. Yeah. I think at that time, you'd become friends on social media, I think. So you'd seen pictures and stuff like that. But this was your first time seeing Sonny. This is a 2-part question. So the first part, what was it like seeing him for the first time in person?
What's the second part?
You got to answer the first part first.
I thought you were gonna group them together.
Nope. Nope. I mean, what was it like seeing him for the first time in person?
Well, I have this mentality going into the weekend. I was there for a good time, not a long time.
Not a long time.
So, I had expressed that before I even got there. So I came with no expectations. It was cool meeting him. I wasn't emotional or nothing like that about it, I would say. But it was cool meeting him. It was, it's like, hey, how you doing, buddy? So that's really what my feeling was. And then, just meeting everybody. And then I was like, okay, who the fuck are these people? But yeah, it was the initial meeting. It wasn't like emotional. I wouldn't say it was it was emotionless, but I wouldn't say it was emotional.
Right. I got you. That makes sense. So second part, do you think that there's a physical resemblance between you and Sonny?
I thought you were going to say somebody else, but no, to be honest, not really.
Okay.
Do you?
So I have a picture because Sonny and Ann actually went to either prom or some type of formal dance together when they were in high school. So I have a picture of the two of them in high school, and I see a resemblance of between us and him in high school more so than now, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't know if we look similar now, but I do think that back in his younger days,
right,
I do see like a mad crazy resemblance.
Oh, we need to go back because we did have the Zoom call too.
We did. So okay. So go ahead, take us back there.
Okay, I mean, so we had a Zoom. It wasn't my first time like seeing him or even talking to him like that. Because we had a Zoom call. The three of us jumped on the Zoom call. We spoke maybe for like an hour and a half, something like that. And just chatted, and then I think that was before July 4th.
It was.
So we did that, and then we decided to come down for July 4th because that was the same. I want to say that had to be.
It was like maybe a month beforehand, I think.
Yeah, it was a month.
Not long. But still, like you said, there wasn't a lot of emotions tied to that first face-to-face meeting. No. And you felt like you didn't see a resemblance.
No, not at all. So what was going through your head with the whole time for July 4th? Like when you knew I had got there, and then was it more like how are we going to surprise him, or what was that like? What was going through your head?
So just to be 110% honest, the thing that was going through my head was I feel like I had already met him. I had already had my first encounter and experience with him. So what was going through my mind was we have all these additional people around who are the supporting actors, actresses, the supporting characters in our lives.
Extras.
We have everybody had their partner there. So it was like a huge double date, right? Whether it was your girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse, whatever. Everybody had their supporting partners there. My main concern was, would my brother and our birth father not get along? I don't think that was right. Would there be like this just kind of organic meshing, or would there be like this tense feeling, that tense feeling where it's like it's the tension so thick you can cut it with a butter knife? Like, I was just like, I think I was more protective over like, let me make sure that Aaron is okay in the situation, because I also know you, and I know that you wouldn't say that you were not okay in the situation. You would show it.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I don't got to listen to what he's saying. I need to kind of watch the body language, see what his eyes is doing, like see if he's in it, engaged or not. So I was just kind of peeping that.
Is he rolling up again? Oh Lord.
Right. Is he rolling up again? Is he biting them fingernails? Oh Lord. Okay. So that was my whole thing was I wanted to make sure that you were okay in the situation, because I knew how I felt and I was cool. So I was just like, let me make sure he cool too. That was my thing.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So going into it, so far as the week, how do you think the weekend went?
So I truly believe that the weekend, as I look back on it, I think that the weekend overall was a decent experience.
Right.
I do think that maybe it was too much too soon, unplanned, like maybe surprising Sonny and his family with you and your wife was too much at one time because they weren't expecting that. Maybe all of the partners should not have been there. Maybe, like, when I look back on them, like, because it didn't go awful, but it didn't go as well as when you and I met for the first time, or when Sonny and I met for the first time. Right. Those were really great experiences, and I felt like this experience ended, and we'll get to that in a second. I feel like it didn't end as well as it could have.
I got you. I hear you.
What about you? What do you think as you look at an overview before we get into the details? Like, quick overview for everybody. Like, how do you think the weekend went?
Let me take a deep breath on this one.
A shot.
like I mean, yeah, for real. But like you were saying, I feel like, well, I'm different than you. I think even if we didn't surprise him, I think it still would have went off the same way.
Okay.
I do. I think that it would have been the same way. And as we get into details, we can go more into the details, like with each occasion, why I think that. But for like overall, I feel like that there was nothing that could have been done on anybody's end to make it like that. The situation where we met. I don't think it was
Right.
ever going to be that based on the
I don't
attendees and stuff like that.
I don't know, because like I said, when I met Sonny for the first time, it was good. Now, granted, it was just him and our brother, his son, but ultimately it was a really, really positive experience. So I think the presence of supporting people, I don't think it helped the situation in which I felt like it should
Yeah,
have. Everybody having
it
a
should have,
supportive
right.
person, it should have, but I
Yeah,
don't
but
think it did.
I know how to read a room. You know what I'm saying? So with
Mhm.
reading the room, I could just tell like it was a lot of tension, but I don't know if it was towards us or towards somebody or whoever, but I feel like there were people or such person in her wig that that
Oh.
that had a problem. They had a problem, and like I think that's where it didn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think there was underlying issues before they even got there.
I
That
agree.
traveled with them.
I
So it
agree.
wouldn't have mattered if we was there, if we wasn't there. It was already underlying issues that just traveled.
Right.
And so that's why I say that.
So let's go ahead and just dive into the details of it all.
Let's do it,
So
man. I've
if
already kicked it off, but let's
you
go
already
ahead.
kicked it off, that's what I'm saying. Let's just go dive deep. So if you had to really pinpoint, what do you think most contributed to I don't want to say the downfall, because it wasn't awful. It just wasn't as good. Would you agree? First of all, would you agree that it wasn't an awful
It wasn't
reunion? It
awful.
just
Like I said,
wasn't
it
good.
wasn't emotionless. It wasn't emotional. It
Right.
was
It was
in
on a
between.
scale of 1 to 10, it was a 5.
I give it a 4, but a 5 will do.
Okay. So
We'll negotiate. We'll settle on 5.
we'll set on 5. Okay. So in your opinion, what was the contributing factor, the biggest contributing factor to?
Can I give you 2?
Yes.
Because one ain't enough. Because there
Okay.
were
Give me
2
2.
like I feel like the first one was the 2 additional people that weren't there for your first meeting. That's one of them.
Okay.
I think that was one of them. I think the second one, it was just a lot of fugazi shit going on. And I just don't do the
Right.
the fake shit. So
So let's
with the
talk about.
combination of those 2, that was what I feel like contributed to it being a 4.55.
Okay. So when we talk about the 2 extra people who were there, just in case people aren't connecting the dots, the 2 extra people that were there that weren't there in my first initial reunion with Sonny was his wife and our brother's fiance.
Correct.
They were not there when I initially met Sonny and our brother. So I agree with you that them not them being there, but them being there who they were in that moment for, and like
Them
you
being
said.
there. Them being there.
No,
Go
but
ahead, though.
no,
Go
but
ahead and you can explain it better. But I'm just gonna say it. They'll be there. Go ahead.
But no, what I'm saying is the fact that they were there being who they were, and much like what you just said, there was underlying issues before they
Right.
got there that I think that the 2 of them, their energy kind of brought that into the situation. And so I think that really did contribute to
Yeah.
the
100%.
where it went left and continued to kind of slowly go left, the decline of it all. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, and then even with the troubles they brought, there was a lot of slick comments said. that, you know, we let pass a couple times, but, you know, because first of all, we got respect for your house, because if we was outside, it'd have been different. But it was a lot of slick shit that was said. It was a lot of perpetrating going on. It was just a lot. To me, it felt like I was like you say, when you say supporting actor, I felt like I was in a movie. I was playing a role, and people were playing a script that they had came up with on the way down.
Gotcha.
Like in the airport, on the airplane, that this is the script, this is what we do, this is what we, whatever, this is who we are.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's how it was. Like, and it didn't have to be. Like,
yeah,
me and you meeting for the first time, it was just, it was organic. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, it wasn't no bullshit. It wasn't like, this is who I'm pretend to be around this person when I know goddamn well I'm not, or I'm pretending to be this way with my friends or whatever. Like, whoever I'm perpetrating to be and I'm not. And it's like, come on now, man. Like, come on, man. And we don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that. And so I feel like I'll even take it a step further. So for me, what I really think that the especially with the two extra people or the supportive people, I feel like the supportive people weren't playing the supportive role.
Right.
And to me, I feel like with Tony and April, in my opinion, with Tony and April, they have always allowed us to navigate the path, to navigate the journey, and they just been in the back with us, rubbing our backs, making sure we good. And I feel like the other two that came to, like, I don't know, insert or play. You ain't want the supported actress role. You wanted the main character. I don't know what it was.
The villain. They wanted to play the villains.
And I think the big part is, and I don't even know if we can even get into all of it, but there is a backstory to
right. And there is. Now we found out later, there's a lot of backstory to everything. Like
everything.
We started to find out pieces when we were there, you know. Right. And for our listeners to know, there were conversations. Several of them.
Right.
There were conversations. And I think that was another thing. People, you know, you got to be with a communication and conversation. You got to listen too. You can't just do the talking. And I feel like people didn't, you know, like what they heard. And then that also got in, you know, people's feelings. And then, you know, if they did go to they said person and talked about it, they person was probably like, well, fuck them if they don't want to do that. And that's cool. That's cool. You can say, hey, fuck Aaron, fuck Ronnie. But first of all, you got to say it to me. I don't want you to act like it. Don't act like fuck y'all. No, say it to me, and then you can act like that. But you better be ready to stand on it too. So, and I feel like we stood on what we said and how we felt. Right. And it wasn't no, we didn't dog nobody. We didn't do anything like that. We just had conversation. Like, we grown-ups now. We are not looking to go to the backyard and toss the football around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not there. Right. We are not there anymore. So with that, if you didn't like hearing that, and y'all could put clues together, if you didn't like hearing that, that's cool. You should respect me as a man, and I'm gonna respect you. You got to respect what I'm saying, and I'll respect how you feel about me saying it. Exactly. But if that's not the case, and y'all, you know, keep throwing slick shit and whatever, you know, it turned. At first, it was cool, but it was like every day it just got. It went compounded. It started at like it never was at a 10 for me. It was probably at a 9 or an 8. So every day it went down a level. So that's how we get to the level we're at.
So this is some of the things, you know, because I'm addressed, because, you know, I want to make sure everybody is clear. I think one of the things, to kind of piggyback on what Aaron is saying, one of the things was it became very cliquish.
Yeah.
So it was us, and when I say us, I'm talking Tony, myself, Aaron, and April, and then Sonny and his family. You know, we don't have no 8 passenger. Ain't nobody driving no van around here.
No, so it was we offered to split up.
Right. And there was it kept being kind of cliquish, which is you know what? There's a lot of new people. People don't know people,
Right.
whatever. So that's whatever. And then I think what Aaron is alluding to is the fact that we had a conversation, and keep in mind, this is the 4th of July weekend.
Right.
Everybody is off. We drinking, we having a good time.
Yeah, we at the pit without the pit.
We at the pit before the fire pit conversation, but we at the pit. And, I literally said, like, to Sonny, I'm not looking for a father-son relationship. Keeping in mind, everyone, that there isn't a huge age difference, first of all. Second of all, I don't really know you as a man. And then third of all, I have a father who is an amazing father. So
most
I
importantly,
simply said, what I am looking to gain from this relationship is a friendship. And that's where we can start, because I treat my friends as family. Anybody who's in my circle, anybody who I associate, I don't have associates. You're my friend or you're not. My colleagues, my professional
I got family,
friends,
not friends.
right?
How
I have
I
family,
am.
not friends. So anybody who I'm connected with, I'm in association with. If I rock with you, I rock with you.
Right.
And I'm there for your ups. I'm there for your downs. I'm there for whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can come to me when you're in need. You can come to me when you got whatever. But it's because I truly believe that whomever I'm around are the people that I rock with. And so I feel, for me personally, if I'm inviting you to be my friend, that is an invitation that a lot of people don't get.
Exactly.
So not that he should have been privileged or honored, but he should, in my opinion, he should have taken that as, what else would I expect from this situation? Like, I'm not going to call you dad, because that's not who you are to me.
Hell no. But go
Not
on.
at all. So I'm not going to call you dad, but what I can do is build a friendship. And I felt like that was
Not
the
enough.
ultimate thing.
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough, or he said it was enough, slept on it, Birdie whispered in his ear, whatever the case may be, and it didn't happen to be enough. It wasn't what he wanted out the situation. But a message to all people, in my opinion, the children who are adoptees, I feel like those biological birth or first parents, whatever term we want to give them, you got to kind of follow our lead. Like, we didn't impregnate ourselves and put and place ourselves up for adoption. This was a choice that you guys made. And so when, I don't care if you are 14 or 44 making this decision, when you do that, you have to be ready for whatever those consequences, for lack of better words, whatever that occurs, you got to be ready for it. And you got to be willing and able to meet me where I'm at. I don't have to meet you where you at.
No. Yeah. No. You either gonna join my world or not at all. And it don't bother me one way or the other, to be honest.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, so that's how I feel. I felt like it was just, yeah, it was cliquish. It was a lot of fugazi shit. And it was extra baggage there, we'll say. And I feel like people couldn't be authentic even if they wanted to, because of certain people being there.
Yeah.
So that's where I felt like, and you could tell that from the beginning,
Yeah.
So that was something that just developed over time, but it wasn't something that started, later down the line. It was there from the root of it. It grew.
Yeah, and I don't think, and here's the thing, again, there is no kind of scripts or manuscripts or a book that kind of tells you how to navigate these waters, but I think that nobody tells you, as the adoptee, how much work, if you want a relationship with people, friendship or more, how much work people expect for you to do.
Right.
How much, like, I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm the victim in this situation. Like, this was, and I wouldn't even say victim, because that would make it seem like it's a bad thing, but I was the one who was placed for adoption.
Mhm.
Nobody else. Well, except you. Of course, you, Aaron. You were too. We were the ones who were we were the ones who placed for adoption. And so we're placed for adoption, and everybody is making it like all on us, like to be the ones to reach out the most, to be the one like, but I feel like me and you, we have this genetic connection because we're brothers. And then we've created this bond because of the genetic connection that even I feel like even if we met in a different space and a different time and weren't genetically connected, we would still be cool as
Right.
fuck.
Right.
But I
Right.
feel like, and we'll get into this in later episodes, but I feel like, how come we got 7 other siblings and our relationships with all of them are different, as if we did something wrong, as if we made the choice to be like, wah, 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 I don't want to be out your womb and I don't want to be in your arms. Put me with complete strangers.
Yeah.
But yet y'all talk to your parents.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's not. Oh, Rodney, we got to stay to the script.
Okay,
stay
stay
to the script because we don't want to get fired up about something else.
Right.
Okay?
Right. But that's all I'm
Don't.
saying. Like, that's my thing. So I feel like, it is what it is. So let's fast forward some.
Mhm.
Was there a highlight to the weekend, something good that happened, or something that was fun, or a positive memory from that weekend that you can kind of take with you, because it wasn't all bad, it just wasn't
Wasn't all
great? Like,
bad.
was there a positive memory from it?
Going to the beach.
It was hot. It was hot. July was hot. Yes.
Going to the beach.
Going to the beach.
Sitting on the sand.
Y'all, he trying to be messy, and I'm not going there with him today. I'm not going there with him today. I'm gonna go ahead
all
and
right, that's all I'm gonna say. No, let's think of something else for real.
No,
I'm
gonna let you think, because I got one.
Okay, go ahead. What was your highlight?
So my highlight was going to Paige's Okra Grill. You remember that? We went to
Oh
the
yeah,
brunch
was
place.
that the place with the big chair?
Yes, that was the place.
Yeah,
with the big
that was
chair.
my highlight too.
Yes, that was so good. The food was really good. We did have a really good time. Yeah, that was dope. I would really think that.
I liked our car rides. Like after we did everything, we hit our car rides and having a time.
We did have a good time in our car rides, but we always have a good time in our car rides, especially if April not driving. I'm sorry, April, I love you, but your driving scares me.
Sucks.
But yes, our car rides were good.
Yeah.
And then this will be my last question. If you have others, that's cool. But did you have any expectations from the meeting? And if you could have waved your magic wand before you got here, if you could have waved your magic wand to say, I want it to be this way when it's all said and done.
Right.
Was there anything? If so, what was it?
No. I had no expectations going into it.
Okay.
Nah. Not a damn. To be there for a good time, not a long time. Yeah, I wasn't going into it. I mean, it was a lot. No, I have my good memory.
Okay.
I have it. So,
okay. Aaron, go.
Oh yeah. You scared?
I'm very nervous, y'all. I know y'all can't see me. I'm very nervous. This man is crazy. Go ahead. Tell us your memory.
So, I think we were outside. No, we came inside and started talking to your dad.
Oh my God. Really? Okay. And what did my dad say? Because now I don't even remember. What did he say?
Your dad said, "Oh, and y'all have another sibling out there."
Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Y'all, listen, let me tell you. So I want y'all to keep in mind, my daddy is almost 80 years old. At the time he was, about 75. So it is the 4th of July weekend. We are having a good time, and we are all drinking and playing cards and eating, because we had a little cookout because it had kind of rained a little bit. So the weather has made us have alternate plans, because we was going to do a boat ride. And my dad was like, because y'all got a little sister out there. That's the other highlight, Aaron. Okay,
Yeah.
put a pin right there. Hold on. The other highlight is that was the weekend that you met my parents.
Yeah, that was.
That was the weekend that you
Yeah.
met Cookie and Ronnie Sr.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing. Now that was emotional.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
That was an emotional situation.
Yes.
Because I think we even spoke like me and your mom was in the kitchen speaking for a little bit. I think it
Yeah.
was just me and her talking for a little bit. But yeah, that was emotional just because based on, you could tell her excitement
Mhm.
was way more than Sunny's.
Yes.
But her excitement was she had a story behind it. And then that's when I found out. Can I talk about this now?
I mean, unless you want to do a different episode on it.
No, we're gonna talk. So
Okay.
that's when she told me that she had attempted to get me in the hospital.
Yep. Yep.
We had a long conversation, and she said that she knew that we were going to find each other.
Yeah.
She knew that this day was going to come. So yeah, that was very emotional. That was a very emotional day. I might have cried a little bit then, but it was very emotional.
Really? You must have went upstairs or something.
You know I did.
You know you're a fake thug.
Thugs don't cry.
But yes, so y'all, so my mom, of course, adopted me first because I'm older, and wanted to, when Aaron was placed for adoption as well, they called her as someone who had already had one of the siblings. It would just make the most sense. But I had a special needs sister, rest in peace, at the time, and who had some like physical limitations, some health issues, and things like that. And so, for whatever reason, Aaron had some kind of heart something going on. I don't know. And because of that, she was not awarded or granted the opportunity to be his mom because that would have been too many health issues. Because again, my sister lived with us, and so she couldn't. And again, the craziest thing is Aaron's mom and my mom to me look like they could be sisters.
Yep.
We got to get them on the show.
We got to get that, but that one we got to record.
That's
like
that one we got to record live.
Yes. That's a vlog.
Yes. But yes. So yeah. And so going back to my dad. So my dad's like, yeah, y'all got a sister out there. And we're like, what? And literally, so Aaron and I, of course, with our cliquish selves, we taking a walk because we like, this is a lot in 12 months.
We wasn't shit. We wasn't shit. We was like, oh,
that was our bad.
No, nobody talked to us. The half brother came outside. Why don't you go on a walk with him? No, fuck you. You say sitting on this car. It was a full brother walk.
We need it. And then, but to our knowledge, we ain't got no hits on Ancestry. No more siblings have popped out the woodworks. But I think the yak had got to my dad. I think he had a little too much Seagram's gin.
Oh yeah, he was in there.
He was in the sauce. So
he was lit like a Christmas tree, boy. We were all though. And so, but we were like another one.
Sober up.
Hell,
what?
It was sober time. I was lucky I ain't walked down the street with one in my hand. I just was like, oh my God. And then he's like, no, it can't be mine. That's what Sonny was at.
It can't be mine.
Why? You didn't know about me apparently, or both of us apparently. So how the fuck you wouldn't know about another one?
Exactly.
Did y'all continue hunching? Because your hunching was 3 years apart now.
Because history.
Let's not do that.
History. Okay, we're not going there, but I will say this: history says if you know your facts and your math, the math adds up. Who knows what was going on, and we're gonna leave it right there.
Right there.
But I will say I did have an expectation. I did.
Oh, I was gonna ask you what was your expectation going? Was it just that weekend or the first time you met in general? But it was probably more towards this weekend.
So the truth of the matter is, from the first time that Sonny and I spoke, and our brother spoke with me, it had been cool. We've been talking regularly. I was getting regular text messages. We were just checking on one another. It was cool. When we met, it was cool. And I had hoped that that relationship that we had formed would have just continued and maintained, and maybe even blossomed some, but just including you as well, because I had hoped that it would have been just the experience where everybody was like, oh my gosh, let's do this again. Oh my gosh, we had such a good time. Like the same feeling that we had when you and I first met, like, oh my, okay, we definitely want to do this again. I had hoped that it would become a thing because, we don't have the family traditions. Well, we didn't. You and I do now.
Yeah.
Have some traditions, but we didn't have the opportunity or luxury to have these traditions growing up. So it was like, for me, it's not about the past. It's about like, what can we do moving forward to create our own traditions? And so I'd hope that it would have been such a great experience that everybody would be like, yo, let's do it again. Let's do it in your city. Let's do it in somebody else's city. Let's go somewhere else. I had hoped that it was going to be that kind of experience where we would have wanted to keep going.
Everybody couldn't make that trip to Atlanta.
Correct.
I mean, so you were expecting maybe to have like family trips.
I was, because again, I invited our birth father to be our friend, and I go on trips with my friends. You and I have been on trips.
Yeah, that's different though. But go on.
I'm saying, me and Tony have been on trips. Me and some of my closest friends have been on trips. I just went to Atlanta 2 months ago, and my best friend since I was 8 years old came down, and we all linked together. Like, to me, my friends are my family, so I was expecting there to be this, not like love kumbaya moment. I just thought that it would have been such a good experience that people would have been like, that was so much fun. I can't wait to do it again.
So you were let down.
You know what? I was, because I'm gonna say this part. I don't know if I told you. I don't know if I told you this. Maybe I did. I can't remember. But when everybody was leaving, not you guys were still asleep because y'all didn't fly out. Y'all drove out. But everyone else flew out, and I text everybody and say, safe travels. Let me know when y'all make it home, so on and so forth. And I text both of the couples, so Sonny and his wife, our brother and his fiance. I text them in separate group texts.
Right.
And only one person messaged me back.
Hey, who was that? I'm Bessie. Go ahead.
Oh my God. I think it was our brother. It was either our brother or Sonny. I cannot remember. It was one of them.
It would have to be one of them. Oh, you were expecting the women of the situation to respond back.
The supporters
that
to be supportive.
That's support.
Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for housing us.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
They was ready to get home, put the wig on the mannequin.
Yes. Everybody was ready to get home.
You heard what I said.
Oh, yes.
But everybody was trying to get on their private jet to get back home. So we had to send them out properly.
Right. So,
but they should at least said thank you for, letting us stay there.
And I'm almost certain they said it when they departed. Like,
but if I text you, you need to say it again. And if I text you again and say it was great having you, you need to say it again. Like a thank you isn't a one-time thing.
I mean, that's my opinion, but not everybody.
If it's not genuine, it is. But if it's genuine, it should be no. You don't understand how much I appreciated you letting us do. That should have been it. But if that ain't it, fuck it.
And again, also, like, my hope was that it was I hope that we can do this again sometime. I hope y'all come up here. I hope, it literally, because even though it felt like it may not have gone that great. To me, that was the stamp that it had not gone as great as it could or should have.
But we knew that probably the night before they left, it wasn't no good.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if we were uncertain, that was the stamp of that solidified. Like, oh yeah,
I think you were the only one who was uncertain. Like, I knew what it was. I was like, hey, shit, I'm planning on going up there. You were like, man, maybe it wasn't as bad as we thought it was. And then they just had to rain on your parade and just let you know the truth. It wasn't.
Pretty much.
And so with that, I mean, I ain't no. Let me just say this: no love lost.
None.
But I'll also say no love gained. Just no love lost. Like I'm not bitter. I don't even know y'all to hold a grudge or be bitter or do anything like that. But you know,
it was.
That's how I feel about the situation. Like, I mean, it's different. Like, you know, we talked about Cookie and we talked about Sonny, but like Cookie was just, yeah, man, that was the highlight of the weekend.
That's my dog. That lady there, that's my baby.
Cookie, the truth, man. I like.
She is the truth.
You know, I love Cookie.
I know. And listen, every time so first of all, shout out to April for getting my mama a picture of me, Aaron, and my mama all in one magnet that my mom could put on her refrigerator. Because every time my mama see you, this her, where my son at? Because I'd be like, Mom, he has a mom. Like, you cannot be trying to claim this man. That was my son before it was anybody else's son. So I'm like, okay, Ma, I'll let you have that, lady. You too old for me to be fussing back and forth with.
Yeah, dope. So yeah, no, that's why it's all love there. Like,
yeah, man. So I can't wait for you. I can't wait for the party so we can hang out.
Oh yeah, man, I'm ready for the party. Oh, we got to say one more thing, man.
Go ahead.
Happy belated birthday to Octavia.
Yes, happy belated birthday, Octavia. Yes. All right, listen, we about to get into it. So,
you want me to start? Okay,
I want you to start.
So, Ronnie, Jacobs.
Yes.
What burned you up, man? What going into this week since we last talked? What is something that just grinds your gears, or like we like to call it, burned you up inside?
So listen, I know it may sound a little petty, right?
Oh, I like petty, Ronnie.
Just a little petty, just little. But, and I feel like we touched on this before, but like, I just feel like this generation is just not like us. And I want them to be so bad, but I know they're not us. So my backyard, y'all know it's the fall. So the leaves is falling off the trees and the backyard is full of leaves. And I feel like I remember being, 11, 12, 13 years old, being like, hey, me and my nephew be like, hey, we about to go get this money. So we go around with a rake and be like, hey, can we rake up your leaves for you?
Yeah.
For $20, $25. And let me tell you, ain't not a child. I've been living in my house for 6 years. Not a child has knocked on my door and asked to cut my grass or rake my leaves. And I just feel like, where is the hustle? Where is the work mentality and the work ethic of the young people today? Y'all don't want this money? Because let me tell you, I guess I can go on Facebook or, Thumbtack or whatever and be like, let me find somebody to do this because I don't want to do it. But I know it's kids in this neighborhood because they be loud and ignorant, running up and down the street late at night and irritate my nerves, but won't come knock on my door and ask me to come rake these leaves when I be seeing them running in my yard on my Ring camera. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what burned me up. Like, come on now. Why y'all so lazy? Get in here and make this money. Because I got a little cul-de-sac street. If I had a 12, 13, 14-year-old who would just come and rake some leaves, they can make some dope money. Because I'll be ready to pay them.
Yeah. Ain't nobody want to rake up leaves. Especially
or cut no grass.
And then you got to put them in a bag. And I see one snake. It's fucking over with.
Over.
That's it. I ain't doing that shit. Them leaves will just be there until they get all crunched by them birds and shit. Because
Okay.
I am not getting no leaves. Or I'll run over them with the lawnmower.
But these kids they supposed to be fearless. They ain't scared of nothing.
Yeah, I'm shit. That's a dummy. you gotta have a fear of something. If it's God or something, like you gotta have fear. If you have no fear walking around with no fear, that's ridiculous.
I'm telling you right now, it's kids walking around here with no fear. I'm letting you know. I'm
I
telling
know
you,
they are, and we call them dummies.
they're foolish. But yeah, so that's what burned me up. Like now I got to find somebody and pay somebody to rake these leaves up because ain't no kids out here with that hustle mentality, or ain't no parents out here like, hey, it's money out here to be made. Let me encourage you and motivate you. Let me get you some business cards. Let me make sure that you approach people in a professional manner. Leave your card in the door or something. None of that hustle mentality. But if I was a YouTuber,
Right.
people was gonna be bamming on my door. If I lived in this neighborhood, there's gonna be bamming on my door to get up in here because they want to be a part of my YouTube, but they don't want to rake no leaves. Lazy kids.
Yeah. I hear you.
Oh, they have burned me up.
Oh,
All right.
did it feel good getting it out though?
It did. It's probably like one of my favorite parts of the whole show is like, the burn me up part because I be wanting to get it out. And I love
maybe
that
we should have
I love
asked
that we
the
could.
viewers. Like that could be something. Like with
Oh, what
questions,
burned them up?
What burned them up?
We should. Oh, that'd be good. We're gonna do that.
We gotta ask y'all because I know y'all be like, you know what, that burned me up. But you don't know what I went through this week. Yeah, we want to hear stuff like that because we know ours isn't the worst burns, but they there some of the time.
They there. But what about you? What has burned you up in the last week?
So I had the opportunity go to Virginia/Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
My first time ever going to D.C. So
Oh, you ain't never been?
no, I never been to D.C. When
We should go. We should go for our trip next year.
Yeah, I was a patrol, right? So, you were supposed to go to DC. My mom couldn't afford it, so I couldn't go to DC. I had to be one of the patrols who stayed and kept patrolling.
Okay. Okay.
So I went to DC, man. And, what day did I fly out? Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Sunday. I got back. So in the morning time, I went and did my tourist thing. I want to see all the shit. I want to see the Washington Monument. I want to see, Abe Lincoln. I want to see the White House. I want to see all that stuff. Since
Right.
I'm here and it's a paid trip. And I was just disgusted by the city.
Oh. What do you mean you were disgusted?
Have you been to DC before?
I have.
You like it?
I mean, it's DC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I was disgusted because it really just looks like a regular city. You got homeless people just walking right in front of the White House, literally, right in front of the front yard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The only time I've seen this many homeless people was in Seattle, and they were zombies there. That's the Walking Dead in Seattle. But here it was just sad. You had all these homeless people. When I said I was gonna go to DC and go do tours, they say, hey, make sure you're not out there at nighttime. Make sure. I'm like, I'm in DC. Like I should be in one of the safest places in America. I mean, I went and I didn't feel, from Atlanta, like that was nothing, but it was just like, I just feel like I gotta do better, DC.
So do you feel like it should be better because it's the capital?
Yes,
Or
you fucking right.
Okay.
Think about every other country you go to. You know what I'm saying? If you go anywhere, the capital is like the highlight.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go to DC, that ain't the highlight of nothing. It's not the highlight of nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to see the historical stuff. When you're driving down the street, you see all the historical buildings like the American Red Cross and the women's and all that stuff. But it's like the closer you get to the White House, the bummier it gets. And so maybe you've been to that part of DC?
Oh, I have been. Listen, my homegirl took me to the liquor store in DC where there were people had they little what you call the chairs that come in a little sleeve,
Yeah, the little soccer mom
the
chairs.
soccer mom chairs all on the side of the liquor store. I was like,
Yeah.
is a concert coming? Like, is there about to be a parade? No. She was like, oh no, they just chill out here. I said, oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe those were my high expectations for DC. Like, I wanted to feel like I had the Secret Service as my security. That's how I wanted to feel when I went to DC.
Oh, you thought you
Especially
was
right there.
Barack.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
And I did.
no.
America.
Oh,
All that shit. I was getting ready. Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
no,
dropping
I'm
mics on
sorry.
That's what I thought it was gonna be like, but I didn't feel like Barack. I felt
No.
like Osama bin Laden back. I felt like I was in the middle of Afghanistan. Like I was just like, this is bad. Like this when local leaders come, right? They
Mhm.
cannot drive them down certain streets.
No, definitely not.
They have a route from the Capitol to the White House that just showcases beautifulness, and the places they pass, all of them got HOAs.
So they got a route.
Right,
This
they have
is
to.
the route we take.
This is the route we take. Right, exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, so that burned me
Yeah.
up. I was like, this is bad, man.
Yeah,
You
no, you know
know,
what? I get that because we should take pride. It's in our whole
that's it.
country as a country in total, but especially our capital. This
And
where
it's
people
not
is
in
coming. Come
Washington,
on.
D.C. You can travel all through Washington, D.C. in 20 minutes. Like it's not big. Like Washington,
No.
D.C. is small. Like it's fucking 10 traffic lights.
You can go
Something
from
like that.
you can go from Virginia, DC to Maryland in that quick.
45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like you were saying, we need to take pride, and we don't.
Take
But I
pride.
mean, does that? I'm not gonna start talking about the president. Might lose some fans.
You,
But that's how I feel. I feel like we should take pride in our capital. We should take pride in just everything around it. Like we should make it like a utopia of like Washington.
it should be like what's that Buckingham Palace?
That's my point exactly. You won't see no homeless people outside of Buckingham fucking Palace. They got the security. They got the people with the big hats out there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what people on horses. They got shit like that. You can't be a bum and come think you're gonna nap in front of Buckingham Palace, but you can do that shit in front of the White House. You can have a tent and everything up there,
and sell memorabilia. I'll leave it at that. And sell memorabilia. Yeah, I feel you, man. It's just crazy. We got to do better, America. We got to do better, and forgive these student loans. I'm just.
Yeah, we need to do that, Sleepy Joe. Like we got to forgive student loans, man. I don't care about you legalizing medicine right now. You got to forgive people's student loans.
And we not sending, no offense to nobody out there. I just think we got to take care of home first before we send money to in support and aid of other countries going through their own thing. We got to sweep in front of our front door first. That's all I'm saying. Take care of us too.
Yeah, that's like saying I don't have rent. I'm going to get evicted, but I'm going to give you money so you can pay for your rent.
Right.
That don't make no sense.
Foolish. It don't make no sense to me.
And I don't even want to go there with you. I mean, because I was going to talk about that. And that's what burned me up too. This fighting going on over there. I'm not taking sides because I'm not gonna lie. I don't completely understand what's going on. Yeah. And we as Americans don't completely understand what's going on because it's just what we're being shown. We don't know. They showing us this is what's happening. Israel doing blah, 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 blah. And we're allies of Israel. So all of a sudden I can't believe everything. So that's how I feel about it. That's why I want to speak on it because I just don't have enough facts. Not knowledge, not news, but facts about stuff. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Leave it at that. So Y'all, we have had another great episode of Firepit Conversations. We invite you to join us every other week. For right now, every other week. We invite y'all to come sit at the fire pit with us with your drink
and or your smoke.
And come sit at the fire pit. We thank y'all so much for joining us. Come back to us another 2 weeks. We'll have another episode for you. Peace.
Peace and hair grease.
Yeah.